Hey there, everyone. Let me see if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. If not, uh, let's see if you can hear me. Yes. Cool. We're live. How's it going, guys? How's it going? As you can see, I have the Kickstarter thing in the background. We're live. We're celebrating. What is up, everybody? Get in, get in, get in. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let me actually make sure that the live stream is public this time. Last time I did a live stream, a huge live stream, and then I figured out that people couldn't actually see it from my main channel. So let me see. Okay, cool. It's on my main channel right now. Yes, 500,000. We are. I'm so hyped. This is craziness. You guys can see the numbers right there. Although I think it's reflected. Maybe that's just me. Let me see. What does it say? 539. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing yeah, it's we're doing numbers and it's really cool, and I just had to thank all you guys, and I wanted to get on this just to celebrate with you guys, just chat, have fun, a little less formal than my normal like Q&As, just because trying to do it a little bit more chill this time. So I'm just gonna be having a good time and answering some questions and just celebrating and thanking you guys, because you're really making Fluyo come to life, and it's really sick. It's really cool stuff. Yeah, it's super exciting. I know. Yeah, we just hit. Wazo Mignon says, "Psyched for Japanese. Let's go." Yeah, I'm like a whole team. Literally, all of. I don't know why. Maybe it's just like the people that we attract, but like 80% of the people that are working on Fluyo are like hyped for Japanese, and they're like waiting to use it for Japanese. In fact, like I guess maybe a sign of a good product is the fact that like all of our employees are kind of like wanting to learn languages and like to learn languages, but they're kind of waiting for Fluyo to come out to do so. And I'm in this category as well. Like I'm like, yes, I can theoretically like go and memorize like a big vocab list of the language that I'm learning, but I'm just gonna wait for Fluyo to come out. So yeah, it's really sick. Um, hey there, Jacob. Everyone, get in, get in, get in. Thank you, Winter Bear. I appreciate you sharing this with everybody. Let me see. Can you guys see the background all right, or is it flopped? Is it like inversed? I think it might be inversed. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's like says 500 or if it says like starts with the 2 instead. It looks normal. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so let's go. Let's celebrate. I mean, the thing is in the back. So if we get any new backers or any Fluyo gods, I guess we'll all celebrate together, because that would be cool. I don't want to make it salesy. I'm not gonna be like, guys, everyone go. Like this is not QVC. I'm not. I'm not. But if we do let me get any big backers, I think we're all gonna celebrate. Together, which is going to be kind of cool. Thank you, everyone, for the congrats messages. It's been a dream come true so far, and I'm really excited for what we're going to be able to do. And it's so cool that we're only, I think the campaign is like a third of the way done, so we still have 2/3, which is really sick. Um, let's see. Zuzginwa Zuzginwa asked, "Did you expect this to blow up?" Yes and no. I mean, behind the scenes, I put in so much work just to make this thing come to life. So definitely, I think I was expecting 500,000. I didn't know necessarily where it would come, whether it be like, yes, we just finished the campaign and we got 500,000, or whether that be towards the beginning. But I feel like my expectations are definitely in line with with what happened, but I don't know. It's weird because I was expecting everything. I was like, you have to be prepared for the worst. And but your mind naturally as a human, you try to think of like you think of like the best case scenario, but then you're like, no, 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 that's never gonna happen. No, no, no. And what happens if we only raise 100? What happens if we fail? Even it's so weird. It's like even we to tell you guys something. We are actually I think we're around $40,000 away from making Kickstarter history, from becoming the most funded language learning app on Kickstarter history, or like of all time on Kickstarter, which is super cool. And if that happens, I'm going to be like shouting everyone out. But at the same time, like your your brain will play tricks on you. You'd be like, oh, that's great. At the same time, like, yeah, but like, you know, I don't know. If you were healthy, couldn't you have raised more? And like, like I don't know if people really like it. I mean, it's so weird. It's like I know you guys love it, but it's like people haven't tried it yet, so it's still like a little bit insecurity there. And I'm like, but I just can't wait for you guys to try it out because, yeah, I mean, what we already have, which is I would probably say that the app being like 80% done minus the languages, just the actual technology, plus like this new money to actually really polish the app it's going to be really not miraculous, but it's going to be really sick to see where we are by alpha and beta, but also by in like 2-3 years time. Because if you take a look at any language learning app when they first started, they were like that we're starting in like not a good place, at least from my standards. But of course, over the years, like everything gets better and better and better and better. So I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so sick. Let me see. So I'm gonna answer some questions now, so you guys can hit me. So I was just rambling on a little bit. Um, Let me see. We want gameplay. Yeah, gameplay. So I spent well, not all of today, but like 3 hours today just recording like playthrough of Fluyo. So that's gonna be the next video that goes out on my channel. It's gonna be like a playthrough of Fluyo, which is gonna be sick. Uh, how's it looking? Oh, we just crossed 540. Yay! Cool. Yeah, I wanted to show you guys a playthrough as well because I'm like, it's weird. Like I showed you a little bit on the Kickstarter video, like the highlights, but it's like we literally have an app, and I haven't actually just have like a sit down video, like using my hands, like showing you for 5 minutes, like actually playing it. And I think that could encourage a lot more people to back as well, to see like, oh, it's not just like an idea or like fancy, like advertising graphics. Like the thing is actually built, which is like the hard part. So yeah, thank you, Z Fighter. I appreciate that. Z Fighter says, we're happy to see your work. Circumstances be damned. We trust you and the team. Thank you. Thank you. Question: will Fluyo teach Japanese verb conjugation? Yes. Yes. I mean, so the way, I think you guys already know how we're going to teach grammar. Or sorry, no, I think you guys already know how we're going to teach vocab. You kind of, maybe you don't even need necessarily know it yet, but like you've probably seen like, clips of like there's flashcards and you versing the creatures, and the creatures are kind of quizzing you on different words and vocab is super fun, and it is, it's like a battle. We have a learn mode, so you learn the words, and then using the words that you learn, you battle the creatures, right? But then grammar is a big, it's a big question mark, because we can go in so many different ways. And the cool thing about being polyglot and just being someone who's tried out everything is I really, know what I like in terms of grammar programs, things that help you get confident speaking. There's like really cool programs like Language Transfer, Pimsleur, Michelle Thomas, amongst many others, that when we do create our grammar course or audio course, which every language that has full support is going to have a grammar section in there. It might start off only with like 10 or 12, 20 lessons, but then we're going to add more. Like I can pull from so many different places to kind of try to create and craft like the perfect thing that's going to teach you grammar in a way that is actually easy to understand, but is also fun, and also it's like super effective. Like I don't like I don't like having to go through 1 hour of learning content and like coming away with 1 or 2 takeaways. I want to listen to something in bite-sized chunks, like a 5-minute grammar lesson. It's a bit interactive. Maybe I'm using my microphone to speak, and within those 5 minutes, I've just learned 2 things that would have taken me, I'm about to curse, but would have taken me like, maybe 2 weeks of a Spanish class to get. That stuff, like combining effectiveness with fun, with just interaction, is what we're all about at Fluyo. So when we do incorporate like grammar stuff, trust me, it's gonna be fire. Um, it's gonna be rough in the beginning, definitely, but eventually, maybe it's not fire, maybe it's like a flame, and then eventually it will catch on fire 100%. What is the purpose of being on Kickstarter? Kickstarter is basically a platform where you can see me. People are donating. Essentially, you donate, or not necessarily donate. It's almost like you pre-order a product, or you pre-order. Um, it's like in between a pre-order and a donation, where it's like someone comes up with a crazy idea, and you say, you know what? And they say, hey, in a certain amount of time, I would like to deliver this crazy idea and make it come to life. Can you help me make it come to life? Because I don't have the money to make it come to life myself. So for me, what happened was, the reason that we're on Kickstarter is because I spent literally all of my money for the last 4 years on building this app. And I mean, literally, like thank God for this Kickstarter, because I'm literally like maybe three months away from not being able to pay rent, which compared to where I was maybe 3 years ago before I got sick, I would never thought I'd be in that financial place. But um, it's because I pretty much poured hundreds of thousands of dollars into Fluyo, and you know that's that's what I had to. It's not what I had to do, but it's like what I wanted to do, because I knew that's what it took to make it come to life and to get us to this quick Kickstarter, and also to build like literally 80% of the app. So now it's like we're in a really cool place where the app is already majority built. We just need to add in new languages and polish things. And obviously, adding new languages is not like a small thing. Polishing things is not a small thing. It's going to take a lot of work and manpower, woman power, whatever you want to call it. But but yeah. Um, Let me see. Question from Quick. How is Ikenna doing today? I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well. I have these like little mini sicknesses, which is really annoying. My immune system is like super reactive to something. I don't know. So like every 2 weeks I get sick. 2 to 3 weeks I get sick. Like it feels like a flu, but without coughing and sneezing. Um, I get like sickish for like 2, 3 days, and I can't record anything, and it's been really, really pissing me off, because I was like wanting to show you guys the playthrough of Fluyo, but I haven't been able to. But finally today, I actually recorded it because I'm feeling a bit better, so I'm happy about that. Sorry, there's so many questions, and I have a tendency to ramble. So let me try to like. I'm gonna take 1 minute, 2 minutes, take a little break just to see some cool questions. Maybe I might write them down. Let me see. The meantime, I think. Oh wow, we're half the 541. Crazy. Let me see. So I see a question here on partial support versus full support. I'm gonna talk about that. Let me see. How much influence does it in other have on Fluyo? Okay, so how much influence does other apps have on Fluyo? How much influence? Actually, I can answer that real quick. I think we've taken inspiration from a lot of different places, not just language learning apps, but video games, whether it be World of Warcraft and like typical MMORPG kind of like features, whether it be mobile games, and their kind of features, whether it be um, like Nintendo games or anything. Like we've taken a lot of inspiration from a bunch of different places. But in terms of language learning apps specifically, we've definitely taken some inspiration. I've always been a person where it's like, life is a buffet. You see what you like, you see what you don't like, and you take what you like and you try to have your own spin on it. That's pretty much how creation works. So I will do a more in-depth video on that. And I think after my playthrough video, I'm going to be putting out a video on. Let me know if this sounds interesting to you guys, by the way. But I'm going to be doing a video. I think it's going to be called like Duolingo versus Fluyo versus Anki, and it's going to be kind of like a video just explaining how Fluyo fits into the language learning app ecosystem. Like, how are we different? How are we similar? And not necessarily how we better or how we worse than other things, but like, what are the different types of language learning app, and where do we fit in, and where do we hope to kind of be? And answering stuff like, do language learning apps actually make you fluent, stuff like that. Sorry, I started rambling again. Wait, let me capture all these good tantalizing questions. So why are the prices so high for full support, like 2 million for Chinese? Wouldn't it take less than that for an app? So basically, to add in any language costs between $50,000 to $100,000, because you have to employ usually around 2 to 3 people for a period of at least 4 to 5 months. And then it's not only that, but it's also you're paying for like the engineers to be able to implement it, for if there's any issues with the text to speech, they have to fix it. There's a lot of hours that go into every single language. So that's essentially why. And in terms of so our initial goal was Spanish, French, and Japanese, and then we have a little bit of a gap, and then we have Korean, what was it? Korean, German, which I'm really looking forward to, Korean, German, and Chinese. And the reason why there's a gap there is because if we're going to add in 3 languages, ça va, I think it's easy. If we're going to add in, and especially because we already have Spanish in, if we're going to add in 4 or 5, it's going to really be quite taxing, and it's going to take a lot of work. Especially Korean is another Asian language with a different alphabet, which is going to take a lot of effort. Anything that doesn't have a Latin alphabet is going to take a lot of effort, essentially. So that's kind of the reasons. Will the music change based on what language you're learning? So one of the things that people don't know actually is that we have like a full-on soundtrack in the app created by our amazing musician Jacob. And basically, when you log onto the home screen, you're going to have different kind of songs playing. When you're facing boss fight, like when you're having a boss fight, you'll have a certain song playing. When you're exploring, each of the different zones in Fluyo have their own kind of like ambient music. Yeah, it's really cool. Even something that you guys don't know, our magic musician even created our custom, like I think we have like around 10 to 15. They're not fully finished at the moment, but like 10 to 15 lo-fi beats for our flashcards. So when you're reviewing your flashcards, you can listen to some custom Fluyo soundtrack lo-fi beats, just for the vibes. It's just for the vibes, It's like, this is not your grandfather's language learning app. This is no Anki right here. We're not doing that stuff. We're trying to give you all the vibes. Me, I'm on the cusp of being Gen Z. I'm like halfway in between them. I'm on board 1996, so halfway in between being a millennial and Gen Z. So, gotta throw in those lo-fi study tracks, if you know what I'm saying. So, let me see. Hey, thank you, Zaria. Just found about you through Shelma, which I randomly watched right now, and I checked your channel and stream, and good luck with everything, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Oh, look at that. We got another donation. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Sorry, I'm missing so many questions, but I'm trying to go at a slower pace because I don't want to tire myself out. Juan Perez asked, will you be putting Myers-Briggs badges on our profiles and match us up with similar personality types within the pods? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So Myers-Briggs and personality stuff and interests, basically personality types fit into interests. So it's kind of like if you ever been on maybe like a pen pal app or something, or even like Clubhouse, like you can basically list all the different things that you're interested in. You can say, hey, this is my identity, and I'm interested in sci-fi, I'm interested in, becoming a polyglot, I'm interested in, soccer and, I don't know, hockey and artificial intelligence. And also I'm an ENFP, and our pods will kind of do the magic, and you'll be able to see like, oh, like this pod is like all about sci-fi, or this pod is all about anime, or this group chat, essentially what a pod is, this group chat is all about this interest or these interests. And you'll be able to kind of see which pods probably fit you the best. um, Personally, I know that a lot of people are like, Myers-Briggs, blah, 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 it's BS. But personally, I quite like personality type system. It's not just Myers-Briggs, but also like Ocean and other stuff, and the Jungian functions. So I always thought, I'm like, we're gonna definitely do an experiment in the future to see like like if we put in like personality types, and then we match people with certain personality types, and then we do an A/B test, and we don't match people with certain personality types, like based off of how well we think they would connect, like which group does better. I'd be curious to see. But Fluyo is all about being social, so we're going to try to do as much to kind of match people up with people who they feel like they would get along well with. Um, Because think about it, if you make a friend or two or three from Fluyo, and then all of a sudden you're logging in every single day because your friend is there and you can speak German or Russian or French, and if on our chatting, when you're chatting with someone, like he sends a word you don't understand, you can press translate, see what he said. If you want to add that word that he just texted you to your flashcard deck, you can do it pretty much instantly. That's pretty sick. And I mean, I feel like it's in our best interest to try to connect people, make sure that everyone's having a good time and making friends. Let me see. Sorry, there's a lot of questions. Let me see. Oh yeah. Oh, I think we're. Oh wait, I just got another one. Let me see. Nicholas says, congratulations on passing the 500K mark. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, it's all thanks to you guys. So thank you so much. Let's see. Okay, so partial support versus full support. Some of you guys, if you look on our campaign page, we have some things like, full support, these big stretch goals, and underneath we say like, oh, we're going to have partial support for a bunch of different languages. Basically, here's the difference. Full support is the entire app. We want every single feature that we have, it's going to be available for a certain language, and even features that we haven't created yet, which is like, for example, our grammar lessons. That is, it's going to, everything that we have on the app available. Partial support is, hey, we want this language on the app, but obviously we don't have the manpower to be able to add, this language and a bunch of other languages right now. What can we do so people can start using Fluyo, maybe a limited version, but obviously we can't offer everything right away. Basically what we can do is we can offer, I believe, our social features. So pods, you getting group chats with other learners that are also learning, Italian, that are also learning Russian, that are also learning French, whatever. Well, French is actually full support, but any language that is partial support, and also on top of that, are flashcards. So at least we'll have those two things for like a big number of languages. So that's a good start. You'll already be able to level up your dolphin by reviewing your daily flashcards and by actually chatting. Cool thing that in our chats, in our pod chats, like every single time you send a message that's longer, that in your target language that's longer than a certain amount of like characters, you actually get some XP for your dolphin. Basically anything you do on the app that's like you using your language or learning your language, like gets you XP for your dolphin, which helps your dolphin level up and unlock new features and all that good tantalizing stuff. Um, Maestro Wolf says, "How much to get you recovered? Because I want to collab." I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna be trying some stuff this year now that I can stop. Hopefully, worrying about money and just worry about just building Fluyo. I'm gonna be trying some stuff for my health, some stuff not necessarily locally, but in like a neighboring European country. Just taking the train there and just to see what I can do. Hopefully that hopefully that that will be able to help. If not, there's some experiment. Well, not experiment. There's some drugs and clinical trials that are coming out that I'm kind of watching, and if that doesn't work, then well, then Fluyo just really needs to do well. So then I can hire my own doctors because I'm like or medical researchers or something because there's millions of people that have my condition and I have quite a severe version, but there's still a lot of people that are suffering, and it's like who knows, maybe Fluyo will blow up and one day I'll be able to um, hire out my own team of Fluyo Medical, Fluyo Medical, and then be able to save the world after we educate people with new languages. But let me see. Uh, Question: monthly cost. Monthly cost. I think so. Currently, what we have like for the release is I think it's going to be $9.90 per month, so just under $10. But honestly, that's subject to change. It will depend on what region you're in. If you're in a place or a country where you don't make as much, or like people in general don't make as much, then it's not going to be as expensive. Um, I think we're probably thinking around the $9 mark, something around there. Which is fair. I think most of the language learning apps, if you look at like Mango or like Pimsleur or anything like that, they're like around 12, 13, 15, 20 sometimes. So I feel like as long as we're one of the most affordable and we also like change price depending on where someone lives to make it even more affordable, I think that'd probably be fair. In terms of being free, probably not. Not straight off the bat. Just because we need the money to actually fund and to keep growing the business. Um, wouldn't say that I haven't thought about it. Definitely thought about it quite a lot, but it's not feasible financially. But it was especially at the start. That might change, but one thing that we will have is a free trial system. So I don't know, maybe a 7-day free trial or a 14-day free trial where you can try out the app and like with no limits on your account and like see if it's something that you like, and if it's something you like, then 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 I hope it'd be something that you'd be considering to get. Um, and also there's monthly, but then there's also like annual, right? So it's like if you pay annually, then maybe the monthly equivalent is like $6 a month or something. It becomes more affordable. I think we're gonna definitely do monthly and annual. And if you're curious about lifetime subscription, it's currently only available through the Kickstarter, and there's a few tiers on there. Will it be the speaking practice with voice recognition? Speaking practice with voice. Yes, yes, definitely. It's not in at the moment, but 100%. Will Fluyo have video chat? Probably not. I don't think so. But voice chat slash voice messages, c'est possible. It's possible. Uh, let's see. In one of your videos, you said tantalizing, and I actually picked up a habit to actually still say it. Yeah, tantalizing. Any new out? Let me see. How will you deal with possible toxicity? Um, so I'm guessing you mean toxicity within the app versus like people being toxic to me about the app. So if it's about to me, then it's going to be just keep on trucking. But within the app, that's a very good question. Um, each pod, essentially each group chat will have, it's kind of like a subreddit. It's kind of like they'll have their own moderators, or Discord server, to be fair. They'll have their own moderators, and it's usually up to the moderators to moderate that out. That being said, there will be kind of systems. Maybe my CTO would probably be able to say more, but systems that can kind of root out bad words or bad behavior. There's going to be a reporting system, like like basically, if you played any online video game and you can report someone, it's going to probably be similar to that. The thing is, people are paying if they are paying a subscription, they are a little bit less likely to be toxic. Not necessarily because you see toxicity in everywhere, even World of Warcraft, where people have to pay monthly, but they're a little bit less likely than something that is completely free. Because if something's completely free, you can get on there, you say blah, 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 you get banned. Oh, okay, we'll create another account. Blah, blah, blah. Um, but we pretty much do our best. But it's so weird. I don't know what it is about language learning, but I feel like maybe because it's self improvement, you will see toxicity everywhere. But like for example, on my YouTube channel, I swear, I mean, it's kudos to you guys, but I swear it's like one of the most positive places I've ever seen. And I don't know if that's a general language learning thing because you have a lot of people who are, uh, like trying to improve themselves, and or maybe it's just hard to talk shit in a language that you're not good at. I don't know, but yeah, but we will definitely uh, try to do as much as possible to keep toxicity away. There will be ways you don't have to interact with others as well, and there also will be ways for you to play offline. So that is super important to us. Um, for Z Fighter, we actually have the team credits on our Kickstarter page. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can kind of see who's been working on the team. Let me see. Who would win in a fight, a gorilla or a bear? Hmm, good question. Probably the bear because of the claws. Because I would estimate that their strength is roughly the same, but maybe not. I think bear is also quite bigger. Probably has a weight advantage. Let me see. Someone says dolphin, dolphin, and then greater sign owl. That's the goal. Let me see. Um, what positions will you be looking? Ah, that's a good question from Bureku Sakagami. What positions will you be looking to fill first after the Kickstarter has concluded? Um, Definitely a UX designer, UX UI designer that is like very product minded. So basically, my current position, what I do is basically I look at the product and say, how can it be better? And when people play, when essentially people use it, like what is messed up, what can be better, what is messed up, what can be better. So kind of offboarding that to someone else would be really cool, whose full-time job is to do that. I don't think we'd be hiring a software engineer right away, but definitely UX/UI designer. I probably would be looking for a personal assistant in Brussels, just because my illness is a handful, and we also kind of need someone to do certain company tasks, like helping to onboard new employees um, and making sure that payroll is good because I'm so bad with payroll. But like more of the administrative kind of stuff. Let me see. Um, with any language, I kind of want to just play Fluyo right now. Yeah, do I have? I don't think I have it. I don't think any of the engineers are online at the moment. Otherwise, I would kind of like show you guys, and I would just play like a match versus someone. I played a match earlier today in Spanish. One of our mini games. I don't think you guys have seen it yet. I'll show it in the upcoming video. But it's like 1v1 arena. It was fun. I mean, I won both times, so that's why I'm like, oh, it was fun. But like, it's so like I have the urge to play, which is like such a weird, remarkable thing. Like I had the urge to play in the same way that I have the urge to like log on to like a video game or like to log on to like I don't know play Halo back in the day or like World of Warcraft. Like what a language learning app that makes me feel this way is crazy. And I like well we built the whole thing, so it's really weird. But I don't know. It was very fun. It was very fun. Um, Let me see. Will there be a desktop app for Fluyo? Yes, eventually. Can't natives troll on arenas in their own language? You would think. You would think. You would think. I mean, we haven't put it to the test yet, but it would be a real pain to be able to kind of create your account and level up your dolphin to the point where you can fight in an arena if you're a native of a language, because like I mean it would take a lot of time. No doubt people will, but here's the crazy thing. You can be not a native of a language, right? But you use Fluyo enough. You use Fluyo enough. You play it every single day, you know, that you can answer questions like, for example, translations, like, quick, how do you say even in Spanish? You can you begin to answer these prompts faster than a native, because a native comes onto the thing and they already have that knowledge, but it's going to take them some time to to like actually pressing the button. Whereas someone who's not a native comes on and they don't have that knowledge, but then they learn that knowledge, and then they're even faster at pressing on those buttons because it's something that they've recently learned. So it's really it's like really cool. It's really fun. Um, But we also will have a ranking system as well. So the better that you do at the, we'll have leagues. So it's not like you can't just come in and just smurf and just like be like, oh, I don't know anything, and then like if you win enough, you will get promoted until you're not winning enough, and then the battles will be more fair. Will Arabic be a language in the future? Would love to add Arabic, absolutely. Um, Ben Rose asked, let's say you stopped the Kickstarter and you got the 450K to start using today. How far would you be able to take the Kickstarter, sorry, the development with only that money? So we'd only be able to do Japanese, Spanish, and French full support. And the app would be a lot less polished than I would hope. But we'd definitely be able to get to full release, which probably would be early next year or like end of this year, which is nice. But it would definitely it wouldn't be as nice because it's like I have like several, maybe they call it 7 different things that I want to add into the app or polish about the app to make it like really pristine, and maybe we'd be able to hit like 3 of those things and not those other 4, which would make me a little bit sad, but you know, at least if we can get to launch, that's really cool. Will Portuguese be in the language pool? Yes, initially, but as a partial support language, which means you'd have social features and flashcards. But I reckon it's probably be a language that can add full support for relatively soon after. Will you be able to play Fluyo offline? Yes. Lifetime subscription is only going to be available on the Kickstarter. Afterwards, you can do there when we have the full release. There's going to be a like a monthly or annually system, but the lifetime subscription is only for the Kickstarter, just because uh, we're trying to give it as like an exclusive. Pro Kyle says, my country, um, let's see, in my country, $10 is over 100 in my currency. Um, yeah, I mean, it depends on what country you live in, but if you live in a country where um, you people just don't make, you know, that much compared to, for example, United States, we're going to have something where it's essentially a scale. There's a payment scale. So, you know, maybe someone in the US would pay $10, but maybe someone in another country that's where people really do not make that much would pay 1 or 2, you know, just so it's fair. But I mean, there's a lot of apps that already do that. Will Chat GPT be added to Fluyo? Perhaps, you never know. I mean, I've been kind of following all the AI development. It's really fascinating. If it is, we'd have to put our own Fluyo spin on it because I don't necessarily like copy and pasting stuff into the app. Like, oh, wow, that looks cool. Dink. Like we'd have to make it cool, but I wouldn't rule it out. Definitely not. Any plans for Mandarin? Mia asks. Yeah, so definitely, I think there's definitely gonna be partial support. We do have Mandarin on there as a stretch goal. We're still like iffy about the exact number that it would be, but um, regardless, come alpha or at least beta, it should be in there for partial support. 我会说中文啊, so I can't not add Chinese in there. I need Chinese in there for the flashcards, even for me personally, because every single night I go to sleep with the history with palace dramas, Chinese palace dramas. 现在我看那个大明朝. Right now I'm watching Ming Dynasty. It's good. It's not the best show I've watched, but it's nice. Who thought of the logo? So we had a so wait, hold on. Let me see if you guys can see. Oh, and you're moving. So we had this logo done up by a professional logo designer. We had like a bunch of different things, but we just went nice and classy, Fluyo, with a little kind of dolphin tail on the O, which is really cute. One reason why we went with like more of a word mark than like an actual like symbol is just because like it's a video game and we're gonna have a bunch of different kind of characters. So usually you see something like Fortnite or World of Warcraft, they just have the word mark and they use like some of the actual like characters and the promotional stuff. How we come up with the dolphin logo, that's a different story. I think I talk about it in a video I made on my channel. I think it's called I made a language learn. No, I made a world to teach people languages. Let me see. Let me see. Will Dutch be a future language? Yes, I think it might be one of the ones that we have partial support for. Do you have plans for Fluid to reach the public schools? It should. It should. I know if I was 14 again or 12 again, I would, or 8 again, to be fair, I would love to play Fluyo compared to anything else. So, like, it should eventually, but um, that would probably be a few years down the road. Unless any of you that are in school right now, like, advocate for it. Well, obviously, maybe not right now, but in, like, a year's time, advocate for it. Maybe we have, some school deals, bit, uh, a bit earlier. Oh, almost there. 541. I think we just got another donation or another pledge. Yeah, pricing wise though, guys, definitely check out the Kickstarter page and go to the FAQ because you can kind of read everything there. It should answer all questions. Digital marketer, we don't need a digital marketer at the moment, but we might come 2024. So just because everyone's asking like, are you gonna ever add my language? Question mark. Ever add my language? Question mark. The answer is partial support, basically for 2023. We have everything listed on the Kickstarter that we're going to be offering. You just need to scroll down, and there's like a little section, and it has like flags, and then it says like as a little note like different languages that we're considering. Long term, we want to add as many languages as possible. So if the answer is, or the question is, are you ever going to add, Haitian Creole or Swedish or other Slavic languages or Latin or Egyptian or like maybe not Egyptian, but not maybe distinctions of certain language categories, but like or Arabic, for example, or 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 Afrikaans or anything, like the answer is eventually yes. Like if we don't die as a company, yes, eventually we would love to have partial support for as many languages as possible, and then eventually full support. But it's just gonna take time. Oh, why me asks, yeah, the subscription. Definitely check out the Kickstarter website. There's a little section where you can go FIQ that has the pricing on there. African languages as well, like it's weird because right now our games are linked up to your flashcard deck. So the words that you get quizzed on your game, like when you're playing a mini game, is like literally linked to your flashcard deck. So there was a time where on my Chinese deck, I threw in some Igbo words, which is Nigerian language. And like when I was playing the mini games, like it was like half in Chinese, half in Igbo, which was kind of trippy, but it was nice. Um, can we learn a bunch of languages at the same time? Of course, definitely. Will you be able to transfer your Anki or Quizlet cards into your Fluyo flashcard decks? Eventually, yes. That is one of our planned features. Um, Thank you, Mary. Mary says you're doing great, and I believe Fluyo will be very successful. I appreciate it. Thank you. Russian, we have confirmed partial support for it if we hit, I think it's 550K. But there's a stretch goal on our Kickstarter page. You can scroll down, you can see the exact amount. Officially released, probably Fluyo. When will Fluyo be officially released? Probably by December of this year or early next year. Thank you, Ethan. Well, okay. Big question people want to know, like, oh, I am a beginner, or I am like intermediate, or I'm advanced. Is it going to be useful to me? The answer is yes. We have a bunch of different features. Some features cater more towards beginners. Some features are agnostic. If you're intermediate, if you're a beginner, if you're advanced, doesn't matter. So yeah, I mean, everyone will be able to use Fluyo. Even our main feature, which is the journey mode, the first thing we ask you is like your level, and then and eventually we won't even ask you your level. We'll just put you in a placement test, and we'll see where exactly you're at. Try to estimate roughly how many words you know, and then your journey would start like, okay, so how can I put this? Like, if I come on the app and I know 2,000 words already, I'm definitely like an intermediate, maybe a B1, especially if I have an active recall of like 2,000 words, like easily B1, like a solid intermediate, right? Um, we would start you off then at the 2,000th most common word in that language. Obviously, the placement won't be 100% exact, but like you'll start off from a place where you're not learning bonjour and you know, hola, ni hao. We starting off where you're learning, I don't know, um, other useful words that are, maybe you'll be learning stuff like placement and um, fortitude and stuff like actually words that are fitting your level. Same thing if you're a complete beginner. 0 words. We'll start you off with the hola and the cómo estás and the adios kind of thing. Yeah, fortitude. I don't know what is like the 2,000th most common word in French, but if I had Alexa, I would ask her, what is the feeling of two Fluyo gods? You guys don't know what Fluyo gods are? Basically, they're people who have donated to the highest pledge on Kickstarter campaign, which is $10,000. We have two of them, and the feeling of having two Fluyo gods is like being blessed being blessed. Blessed be the fruit of these Fluyo gods. Praise be, because because I don't know, it's remarkable the fact that someone that people out there believe that much in this project. We really appreciate it, and it's like so cool. Can we learn swear words in the app? That's a good question. I don't think we will teach them directly, but I think what we might have is like people will be able to create their own decks of like flashcards or decks of words. And I think you'll be able to share your decks with your friends as well. So if you have a friend or if you have someone that you know that's created like the 50 worst words, 50 worst curse words in French, and they showed you that deck, then sure, I don't see why not. Just gonna take a real quick break, guys, maybe for 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna go for another 10 or so. Let me just put you over here. Make sure I don't griff the things. If you guys want, oh, I just went and I just messaged like my notes. But if you guys want, you can take a look at this while I'm taking a sip. This is like the journey of Fluyo. I think it's a bit blurry. Maybe you can't see much, but like these were like the initial kind of prototypes of what it looked like. One of these days, as an April Fool's, we'll definitely have to do some retro Fluyo because we used to have some weird ass things. But you can kind of see some sketches of creatures. My co-founder got me this thing, and it's really cool. Some of the dolphins when we didn't have the shadows in working properly. Um, some cool stuff. But yeah, I'm just gonna take a 2-minute break. Okay, sorry about that. Just had to catch my breath. Let's see. I got like five 5 minutes left in me, maybe 7 minutes or something like that. He's recharging. Yeah, literally. Maybe we'll get a Fluyo God in these next 10 minutes. I don't think so. But if we do, then everyone has to scream in the chat. But in any case, really appreciate it. We started off with like I think just under 540, and we've already got to 541, which is crazy. Thank you. We have German, yes, for partial support. And if we hit our stretch goal for full support in there. Someone become a Fluyo God right now. I know the pressure, peer pressure. The Fluyo gods are the founding fathers of Fluyo. Founding fathers are ladies, yeah, 100%. Because yeah, we gotta. I think we will name like certain in-game creatures after them or something. Well, they already will get their own items as well. Anyone who backs the Fluyo God category gets to create their own item with the design team. Um, and that item can either be like for public, like for everyone, or it can be like their own exclusive one. We'll be hearing your voice in the app. Probably not. Probably not. Um, I think we will be revealing our plushie relatively soon. Um, do you have Chinese? We will, yes. Oh, thank you so much, Jonathan. Hey there, Icy. How's it going? Got like five minutes left in me. Excited for the Fluyo playthrough video. Yeah, definitely. I hope you guys are excited for the Fluyo playthrough video. I'm gonna spend the next few days making that nice for you guys, so you can really see exactly how it works, at least how it currently works. Obviously, we're gonna keep on evolving over time. Hey, thank you so much, Stephanie. We really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Lifetime access. Let's go. Yeah, guys, another thing is we are 40, less than 40, no, I think we are $40,000 away from being the most funded language learning app in Kickstarter history, which is crazy. So if that happens, I'm going to be sending out an email to everyone and be like, wow. Nylock says if we hit 1 million, unbelievable. That would be, do you know how cool it would be to hit, what are yawn and gems for in-game? So, well, Austin, I'm gonna answer your question in a second. I'm just gonna talk a little bit first about the um. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Imagine how cool it would be. That's how the ones where you always lose your ideas. Imagine how cool it would be, and then no, but seriously, imagine how cool it would be if like we hit like a million plus, and we're actually let's say we hit 1.25, and we're actually able to throw in Korean and full support for Korean and Japanese, or sorry, for Korean and German, and in addition to Japanese, French, and like the amount of cool stuff that we'd be able to do, the amount of polish that the app I mean, it already has, but that we'd even be able to polish it even more, the amount of people that we'd be able to bring on, especially not the most crazy amount of people, to be fair, but like it would be like we'd launch this we'd launch this thing. Thank you, who are just donating. We'd launch this thing, and it would be like we've already, I mean, we've already been working on it for 3 years, yes, but it'd be like we've already been working on it for like 7 years, to be fair, because I don't know, it would be unbelievable, unbelievable. Sorry, Austin. So Yawn and gems for in-game. So yawn are basically gold coins. They are like our in-game kind of currency. This is stuff that you can buy um, equipment for your dolphin with, buy new skins, buy all that stuff. And gems are kind of like our premium currency that are like a little bit rarer and hard to get. Like for example, yawn, you'll get coins for a bunch of different things. For doing your daily flashcard review, for beating a boss, for like answering, proving that you know words and stuff. But gems are more rare. Gems, like, it might be only if you beat perhaps a certain boss at a certain time, or maybe you rank up in in our leagues. Sorry, I think it glitched out a little bit. You rank up in our leagues or anything like this, or perhaps even purchasable or something for cosmetics. Um, they're a bit more rare, but I mean but essentially both of them you are going to be predominantly used for buying nice cosmetics. Will the app make you fluent in languages? So definitely check out and on I think Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, I'm going to be making a video that is talking about Fluyo, how it fits into language learning apps and language learning apps in general. Can they make you fluent or not? Our goal with Fluyo is yes. Ultimately, if we can have in the future, if we can say, oh, you want to learn Spanish? Use Fluyo. watch TV shows and YouTube videos, and maybe speak to a tutor, and that's the only thing that you need for Spanish. That's essentially the goal. So that is our goal. But I'll explain a little bit more. Let's aim for 2 million. 2 million would be absolutely ridiculous. I wouldn't even know. I think I would just spontaneously begin walking. I would be healed with a hallelujah movement. I raise 2 million, it'd be like, I don't know. That'd be some good luck right there. Yeah, yeah, guys. Especially if you, instead of donating on YouTube, I mean, whether you donate on YouTube or on Kickstarter, it's the same. But definitely consider doing it on Kickstarter because you actually would get some stuff in return. Yeah, Zachary said one-stop shop. Love it. Of course, you gotta do a one-stop shop. I mean, for too long people have been using like 8 different language learning apps just to do the same thing. It's like not the same thing, but to do various different things. It's like it's all there in one place. It's like how Apple has their ecosystem, and you can AirDrop from your phone to your laptop to your Mac, and it's like all kind of linked in. It's like for us, it's like okay, if like instead of you being on this app and someone texts you, and then you have to go on Google Translate to see, oh, what did he actually say? And then from Google Translate, you have to go into Anki to add in the word, and then from Anki, you have to go to Google to try to find some example sentences on a dictionary website, and you find them, and you go back to. It's like no, why don't you, someone texts you, and in the app, you click on that word, you add it to your deck, instantly generates some example sentences, and bada boom, bada bing, it's done. In addition to that, now that word that's now in your flashcard deck, it's going to be popping up in your mini games. So you're not only going to be able to review it in your flashcards, you're going to be able to review it in your mini games. It would be sick. But yeah, I'm gonna go in like 2-3 minutes. So last questions. Anything language related, like how many languages, what languages? Definitely check out our Kickstarter campaign in our FAQ section because we have it all there. Official release as well. All that stuff is there. Probably early 2024, end of this year, sometime around there. Can we get some Fluyo memes? I mean, that's up to you guys. We will put out like all of our image assets, and you guys got to come up with some memes because like there's some good Fluyo memes. Like look at this behind there. Like look at this one. I can see this. Like you can have the. Sorry, you can't really see it, but look at this. Look at this one right here. It's be like me when I'm using Fluyo by myself. Me when like Duolingo is sending me push notifications, coming at it with its with the mace. Look at that. Look at it. We even have like early versions of the dolphin where it didn't actually have like a little pupil, like that white in its eye. It had nothing. Its eyes were purely black, and like that's gonna make some good memes. Some nice toasty, juicy memes. Hope there are little emotes. Yeah, there will be little emotes. There's even unlockable emotes that you'll be able to use after you beat someone in or beat someone or lose during mini games. But yeah, all right, guys, I'm gonna go in 2 minutes. Don't think we have any Fluyo gods, but regardless, for everyone who's backed, thank you, thank you, thank you, and anyone who's back during the live stream, a special thank you. We're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna go. We're gonna aim for that 1 mil. I think we can. I think we can hit it. It's up to you guys, but I really believe that we can, and I'm pushing it out as much as I can in different platforms. We're running ads. We're doing as much as I can to try to make Fluyo succeed. But let me see. Let me get one more question. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you. You too. Yeah, the stream is gonna be public after I finish it. Gameplay video is gonna be hopefully early next week. And the last one, Fluyo teach math. Never, never. I think Duo can do that. Um, maybe you never know, but it's not. It's not my passion, at least. I don't like math. Let me see. Are the online mini games mandatory? No. You can choose to play them, or you can play them offline against the computer, or you can play them just, or you can not play them. I think we'll do a Discord server soon. It's kind of weird because we have our own Fluyo thing, so we're like, should we just do like a Fluyo pod as opposed to a Discord server? But I think we probably will do one eventually. Does Fluyo teach basic life skills? In a way, because you're going to be taking care of your dolphin, who is going to be almost like a pet, and you have to feed it with knowledge. All right, take care, guys. I'll see you in another live stream or in the next video. Next video is going to be a playthrough. Thank you so much for attending this live stream, and I will catch you all next time. Take care.